Welcome to Northeastern Technical College's Career Conversations. I'm Ron Stafford, and today we're joined by Krysten Hyduke, one of our HR managers. Krysten, how do you go about doing a job search? What's like best practices?
So I would say the main point I would like to make is to be marketable. And so that includes several things, but the first thing I would say would be have a resume ready. And so we do offer resume workshops if anyone needs help building a resume, but that would definitely be the first step.
In our digital world, do we still need to print resumes?
A lot of times you can attach it to your application, and if you're applying for a state job like at Northeastern Technical College, you can upload your resume and it will actually populate the application based on your resume.
Sweet.
So I will say with that though, just make sure as it pulls from your resume, make sure there's no grammatical errors because that could be a problem, spacing issues, that sort of thing.
Let's say that our students or our alumni are applying for a job. They've been out of high school for maybe 10 years. Do they need to include any high school employment on their resume?
It depends. If they do not have a lot of experience, I would definitely include it because if it's relatable, it will definitely help in their job search.
Is LinkedIn important?
I would say yes. So that's another thing. Have your resume and then also establish a LinkedIn presence. And so a lot of times recruiters or companies will find you on LinkedIn. And so make sure you have a LinkedIn profile. Of course, it's not a requirement, but it's a good tool to have. And so they can reach out to you. You can start discussions about a job. And also, a lot of companies post their jobs on LinkedIn. And so it's a job search tool that way too.
And as an HR professional, do you look at LinkedIn? Do most employers look at LinkedIn when you apply?
Yes.
So
I wouldn't say all the time, but.
Is LinkedIn more important than a good resume?
No.
No.
I would definitely have a strong resume. And also, LinkedIn does have work history, any kind of certifications, and there's also LinkedIn Learning that you can participate in. And so that can help build your resume. And it also includes information from your resume, but I would definitely recommend having a strong resume because that is what you're going to use for your application and then also in the interview if you want to provide a copy.
Is it okay to fudge your resume or application for a job?
No. Absolutely not.
What happens if you do?
Could lead to termination. Let's say they hire you and you said you had 10 years of experience somewhere and it comes out in a reference check or something that you do not have that experience, you did not work there, then it could lead to termination.
All right, Krysten, you're writing your resume. Is it important to look at other people in that field, look at their resumes, look at their job ads? How important is it to make sure that your resume has the keywords that the job ad's using? Let's say you're applying for a human resource job and they want someone who is skilled in conflict management. Should you work that keyword into your resume at some point? Is that helpful?
Yes, and so what I would recommend is having that standard resume with the objective of whatever position you're seeking. But this also goes back to having the job posting that you applied for. And I would take that job posting and any keywords I may see in it and pair my experience I have that is highly relatable to what's in that job posting. And so maybe tailor your application and tailor your resume to the position you're applying for.
And if you have to do a cover letter, is that the place to really use those keywords and tailor yourself to meet that job?
Yes. So you're a professional. You got it.
Is that really important, though, to make sure you're using those industry keywords? And what does it say to an employer when they're scanning like thousands of resumes? Because we both know that probably a computer scanning for us to look for those keywords.
It's definitely going to make your resume or cover letter stand out. And so it will show the employer that you actually took the time, you care about this position, you took the time to apply the right way, and then also relate your experience back to it. So it's a great thing to do. It means a lot.
In our digital age, Krysten, are cover letters relevant, and what should you put in a cover letter?
So I like to see a cover letter. Certainly it's not a requirement when applying for specifically a state job. We mainly look at the application, but we do review any attachments. And the cover letter is really telling the employer, the hiring manager, why you're interested in working for this company in this position. then it's also taking your job experience, maybe your training, your certifications, and relating it back to that job and how you would be the best fit for that job.
All right. Thank you for joining us, Krysten.
Thank you for having me.
We're so glad you joined us for Northeastern Technical College Career Conversation. Please be sure to follow us online and check for our next career conversation. See you then.